Welcome back to another Movies with Andy. Today's movie is Hoppers.
We created a revolutionary technology that gives us unprecedented access to the animal world. We call it Hoppers. Huh? We put this into this. Yes, this into this.
So Hoppers follows Mabel. She's your typical 19-year-old animal lover, where she's trying to save part of the creek where her and her grandma used to go, where she happens to stumble upon a secret scientific experiment of putting human consciousness into robot animals. And of course, she takes advantage of this. Let me start off with things that I liked from this film. But before I begin, this review is brought to you by Te Salud. Whether you need some hydration or immunity or an energy boost for the gym or for just life in general, Te Salud's got you. And if you use my code ANDY10, you get 10% off your order. So yes, that's 10% off some energy, which is like the energy and focus of Jarritos Fruit Punch. You got the Jarritos Guava, you got the Mango, and they got so many more delicious flavors. So don't forget, that's Andy10 for 10% off your Te Salud order. Thank you so much, Te Salud. Now back to the review. So let me just start off by saying this movie was actually very funny. And not just for kids, but for many adults as well. So there were a lot of people in my movie theater, and I feel like they were laughing at a good amount of times in this movie. And I felt like I found myself laughing at some of even the smaller jokes throughout the movie. Also, all the voice actors in this movie did an amazing job. And not only that, but this movie is stacked with the stars. Piper Curda, John Hamm, Bobby Moynihan, Dave Franco, Meryl Streep. And that's just some of the voices in this movie. But they all did an amazing job, especially Piper Curda with all the emotional scenes and all the funny scenes that she had to play as Mabel. And Mabel is such a good character in this movie because of how much she progresses throughout the film. So at first, her number one goal is just to save this little part of the creek for her grandma. And so she starts rallying up the animals, of course, but she starts noticing that this may not be the best idea. And then the mayor too just goes through some progression throughout the film. There's actually a very funny scene of the mayor and Mabel just arguing throughout different locations because of the environment. And it's just really funny to see their dynamic and how it changes throughout the film. And the story was not where I thought it was going. So I actually made a joke of calling this movie Animated Avatar because it looked like that. You know, it was going to be like a human consciousness going into an animal, and then they go into the animals and they try to rally them up and things like that. As similar as it was very different, especially towards the end of the film. And there are no spoilers, but it's pretty crazy what happens at the end of the film. And going off of that, the craziness and all the over-the-top things that happen at the end was just really funny, and I just really enjoyed this film. And also, I really like the animation in this film. It did look realistic, but it also still kept its cartoonish look, which I really enjoyed because I feel like with animation, you still want it to look animated. Oh, also, all the animated animals looked amazing as well. From the beavers to the birds to like a little worm on the ground. I just think Pixar did an amazing job with this one. Oh yeah, and this is a kids movie, and you know their attention spans all over the place, but I feel like this movie did a good job of keeping you entertained throughout the whole time. So this movie just starts with something really funny at the beginning of the movie and just keeps going on through the end of the film. And that was some things that I didn't really like. There's not really much. This movie was actually really good. I just do wish it was a little longer because I wanted to see more of this chaoticness. So now, would I watch this movie in the theaters again? If you haven't been able to guess, yes, I would love to watch this movie again. It was just so funny and so well done with Pixar, and I just feel like some of their past movies wasn't the best, so to see this coming out made me really happy to just see that Pixar has still got it. Also, there is a mid-credit scene, so make sure you stay till after the main credits. I would love to hear what you thought about Hoppers or other movies in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie reviews every week.